What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are diving into another Hasegawa manga titled Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam Half UC 0087, Another Story. This manga embodies the journal of a man named Edmund Edgar Smith, an AUG pilot during the Grips conflict. However, in UC 138, people start to question the obscurity in some of the records. Let's not waste any time, and let's dive into this. This story ends in defeat. A black Gundam Mark II is fighting a unique Gundam variant. This is the Half Gundam. The Half Gundam is a revamped version of the original RX-78 Gundam, used mainly for testing. This model doesn't have a core block system and uses the Mark II beam rifle. Other weapons include Vulcans and a beam saber. The black Gundam rushes, but the Half Gundam dodges and shoots the Mark II in the back with a paintball round. This is a mock battle. Lieutenant Baidan, Camille's dad, is watching his mobile suit lose to another unit. Green Noah 2, UC 0087. Jared and other Titans want to get their hands on the new Mark II, but they have to wait for testing to finish. The Titans are currently focusing on the Mark II. However, before the Mark II, they started testing using various Gundam scraps. 52% of the parts come from Grandpa and has the magnetic coating. The camera eyes are green. They refer to this as the Half Gundam. Lieutenant Baidan yells at Kan-Woo, the pilot of the Half Gundam. He tells the engineer lieutenant to get good, noob. Out of the cockpit of the Mark II comes the test pilot, Edmund Edgar Smith. Lieutenant Baidan yells at him. He says his mobile suit sucks, but he claims it is superior to the Gundam Half. Edmund says, then show me the specs. He wants that Carfax, bro. Baidan says that this is a military secret. The two go back and forth. Later in the mess hall, Edmund and Kan-Woo start talking shit to one another once again. Edmund says he won't lose. We cut to the next test where the Mark II is getting kicked in the face by the Half Gundam. Lieutenant Baidan is frustrated with all this losing. Later, he sends both Kan-Woo and Edmund to some underground petite mobile fights. Edmund looks down and says, "Oh hey, it's a girl." "No wait, that's a boy." It is Camille Baidan. Kan-Woo says to Edmund that he needs more determination during the mock battle, like this little girl. He asks Kan-Woo if he has a family. He had a wife and 2 kids, but they died during the colony drop. Edmund apologizes for being wrong about him. He tells Kan-Woo that he is getting married soon. Kan says, I regret giving any advice to you. Now you won't shut up. He wants to rise up in the ranks of the Titans so he can support the family he is trying to build, which is why he has to do better in the Mark II. He gets very romantic about the stars, and Kan-Woo says, I'm going to stop you right there. I don't see it that way. He gives him one piece of advice: quit the military. This isn't for him, and he is just going to end up dead. Later, they do another mock battle, and once again, Edmund loses. Baidan says next time will be his last chance to prove himself, as Bask will be watching. Khan is visiting Sexy Mommy Doctor due to injuries from the mock battle. When Edmund comes in, he looked at the battle data on the Half Gundam. His mobile suit is technologically inferior in every way. He is losing because Kan-Woo is that good of a pilot, but in order to use this 8-year-old tech and reign supreme over the Mark II, he is putting so much strain on his body. He wonders why he is doing this. Kan-Woo knows that once the Mark II is complete, they're going to use the unit to take over the colonies. Kan-Woo is a Spacenoid and now just views the Titans as Earth supremacists. He is stalling their operation. He knows that the Titans are using the face of the Gundam on the Mark II to control the myth of the Gundam. So he fights with a Gundam to stop the Gundam from Gundaming. Lieutenant Baidan wants the next mock battle to be done in space and with live rounds. Later, Edmund meets Bask for the first time. He says, you better not lose, bitch. Your parents are in America, right? It would be a shame if we accidentally blew them up. The two begin their live test. During the test, Edmund is able to get a hit on Woo. Camille and Fa are on grips. He looks up to see the glimmering light of the battle. At a Titan's base in Southeast Asia, an officer is interrogating Amuro Ray. Halfway through the Grips conflict, the AU split with Kuraba to fight the good fight in space. After this, Amuro remained on Earth, but his presence disappeared. No one could trace him. People tried to track him via battle data. The base begins shaking. The alarms go off. A Gundam approaches and transforms into mobile suit form. It is Zeta Gundam, but upon closer look, this isn't Zeta. This is the Half Zeta. The Half Zeta Gundam is created by Anaheim Electronics and given to Kuraba, who then modified the unit to look like Zeta Gundam. The flight unit is independent from the frame. It docks with mobile suit form to create a Wave Rider mode, but it can also function as a shield that mounts a pair of beam rifles. Other weapons include 60mm Vulcans and a beam saber. Piloting this Gundam is Edmund. He takes out a Hyzak and uses his Wave Rider as a shield. He punches through the command center and tells Amuro to come with him. He is with Kuraba. A mobile suit approaches from behind. He slams the Shield Rider into the Hyzak's face. It transforms into Wave Rider mode and takes off, but then suddenly goes down. The Titans chase after him. The Zeta touches down. If the shield takes too much damage, it affects the flying. He says that once Kuraba got a hold of it, they made it to look like Zeta on the outside. They have to get this up and running soon, or Edmund's rendezvous will leave without him. They will have to make a run for it. Amuro says he will kiss him if they make it out alive. Ooh. Edmund took out 4 Hyzaks at the base, leaving 7 more. He is panicking and struggling to keep up. Amuro tells him to throw some mud at the mono eye sensor. They then make a break for the river and are able to get some distance between them. Amuro says, well, we made it out alive, so pucker up, baby. He tries to kiss Edmund. Amuro takes off his glasses to reveal that he is an Amuro and is in fact a girl. She is an Amuro double. The girl is amazed that he came all by himself. She says that he fights like he doesn't care if he lives or dies. In order to get ahead of the Titans, there must be 3 fake Amuros active at the same time. This makes it harder for Bask to plan his attacks. She then cries and asks Edmund if she really looks that much like a man. No, Amuro's just a twink. They hide as Titans pass them by. Edmund says that he once had a comrade that gave his life so he could live. They were put into a position where only one of them could survive. He didn't realize how much this comrade was sacrificing to prevent the Titans from growing. His fiance's family abandoned him after he abandoned the Titans. He shows a picture of the girl and she says, so you like him thick, I see. She is an ecologist and used to study nature. The girl says that half of the world is covered in shit. People are trying to save shit. Zeon claims supremacy, but dropped a colony. And Titans claim supremacy, but dropped nukes on Jaburo. Everyone is a liar. It's all shit. Crude but apt. 4 Hyzaks are below them. They currently have the high ground. They are going to attack, but before they do, the girl gives Edmund a kiss. She says there is more where that comes from if they make it out of here. What's a blowjob like in a mobile suit? Edmund says that he has a girlfriend. Huh, no you don't, dude. The Half Zeta attacks and takes out one of the Hyzaks. He then takes a beam blast to the face. His shield is useless at this point. Edmund takes out 2 more, but 1 remains. The Half Zeta's legs are destroyed and can no longer stand. The girl has an idea. As the Hyzak rushes in, they open up their cockpit. The girl has her shirt off. She goes, check it out. Amuro has titties. This greatly confuses the Hyzak pilot, allowing Edmund to stab the mobile suit with the shield. A few days later at a nearby base, the two part ways. He says he has learned a lot from her. Because of the girl, Edmund painted Amuro's logo on his mobile suit. He is going to go around pretending to be Amuro as well. He tells the girl not to throw her life away so easily. She tells him to shut up or she will kiss him again. They say their goodbyes. We do never learn the name of this Amuro. In Edmund's diary, he is writing to Cecilia, his former fiancée. He is hopeful that the war will be over soon, and he will be able to see her. Oh, brother. A girl hits on him, but he doesn't make a move on her. Still hopeful that one day he will see Cecilia. Edmund is eating with some comrades who are talking about new type psychic power. He doesn't believe he has any of this. All of his skills are attributed to his training. But if he did have those powers, he would like to talk to Kanwu one last time. On a Salamis-class ship, they are prepping for one final push. Grips 2 has been turned into a colony laser by this point, and Axis is in the battle now. Operation Maelstrom is in full effect. Edmund gets into the Half Zeta. This thing is old now, and having a fake unit on the battlefield isn't necessary anymore. He should use a Nemo, but he is going to use this Gundam to honor Kanwu. The Ayug takes out an Alexandria-class ship, but not before one pilot chastises the captain before erupting in flames. Above the Ayug pilots is a giant mobile armor. This is the Amon Dock. The Amon Dock is the evolution of the Bound Dock and joins 2 Bound Dock skirts together. The pilot is able to control both Bound Docks with the help of the biosensor. Weapons include 2 60mm Vulcan guns, 2 two-tube grenade launchers mounted on the forearms, 2 beam guns, and 2 claw arms. It has no fixed weapons. The mobile armor fires past the mobile suits and destroys their ship. There goes the cute girl you were ignoring. They all scatter in panic. It transforms into mobile suit form. Oh no, double the kangaroo! It takes out one of the Nemos. The 2 Bound Dock bodies are in sync with the pilot. He says he could speak to the souls through this machine. He takes out another one of Edmund's comrades. This pilot is a cyber new type. Linus and Laurentis go down. Oh no, not those 2 guys. Edmund is all that remains. The Amon Dock chases Half Zeta. He is out of ideas. Edmund can never speak with the dead. He realizes he is all alone. He has to take action. Edmund stops and turns around. Dodging attacks, the Half Zeta looks for an opening. Like Kanwu and Half Gundam, he is pushing himself to the limits. In this inferior mobile suit, he is able to move in with great speed and attack the bound dock head. This destroys the biosensor, and he can't hear the voices of the dead. Edmund destroys the other bound dock head. As he tries to flee, the Amandok grabs him and an explosion goes off. He sees a white light and Kan-Woo tells him he did good. However, in this space limo, rather than having some dramatic moment, the two just argue about who is a better pilot. Edmund wakes up. He laughs and says he isn't going to lose to Kan-Woo. He looks at his locket of Cecilia and takes off. Cecilia goes on to live a beautiful life with her husband and child. It is unknown if this man is Edmund, however. Many people are divided on the events of this journal and whether or not the events even took place. The Amandok, half Gundam and half Zeta, were never documented outside of this diary. And that will conclude Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam half. Yet another fun story from Hasegawa. He never seems to fail. It's nice to see a story where some Titans are able to get out and help the Ayuk in Kuraba. Not all are that lucky, unfortunately. Outside of the final two Crossbone series, we have done all of Hasegawa's work, besides the Ideon Gundam crossover manga. Perhaps we will cover that one day in the future. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, history from UC 0079 to UC 90 was so fragmented, you can make things up and at least half will still believe you. Peace.